Hello, mega exercises. This is the Muscle Lady here to remind you to exercise your muscle.
Hashtag exercise your muscle.
Shout out to all the mega exercises who are getting their talent muscle marketed. If you would like to do the same, just drop us a comment or send an email to market@tgmmega.co.za and we'll send you all the information that you need to know on how to get your talent muscle visible and advertised for other mega exercises to see and make use of your talent muscle. So, mega exercises. I'm so excited. This is the last episode on the series that we are calling Power. If you've missed all the previous 12 episodes, please go back and catch up, learn what we've been talking about, learn how to get power or influence with this talent muscle that you've been given, right? So, let us revisit our famous equation. Power equals to energy over time. And we have learned that when it relates to our talent muscle, this means that influence or power with your talent muscle equals to exercise your muscle over time. So, the more time you invest into exercising your muscle, the higher the power or the influence you have with your talent muscle. That means people know you've got this talent muscle. People trust you with this talent muscle so they can call on you if they need birthday cakes, if they need events planner, if they need social media marketers, whatever your talent muscle is. You've exercised it, you've got influence and power with that talent muscle. People trust you because you've invested time, right? But the opposite is also true. If you do not invest time into your talent muscle, you lose power. So the power goes down, the influence with this power, with this talent muscle, you don't have it. People don't know you've got this talent muscle. They don't trust you. They rather go source out the same talent or the same gift elsewhere because they don't trust you. They've never seen you do it, or you've just never exercised it enough to the point where they see your influence. Right. So we have learned that if you want more power, more influence with this talent muscle that you've been given, you need to invest time into exercising your muscle. And over the past couple of weeks, we have looked at each of these elements in the equation, right? Power equals to energy over time. We've looked at power, we've looked at energy or exercising your muscle, we've looked at time. Like the past few weeks, we have been interrogating time. What is time? What is its relevance in our journey as we are exercising our muscle, right? So to wrap it all up, I just wanted, to talk about something that is so relevant, that is so powerful as we are looking at the series of power, right? Today, I want us to talk about what you can do when you have power, right? When you've exercised your muscle, you've invested time, you've got power. What can you do when you have power? So let's just think of this analogy. Many years ago, many moons ago, flying flying anything in the air was just a dream, right? Think about the laws of gravity. The laws of gravity says that everything that goes up must come down because anything that has mass will come down to the center of the earth. So if you throw anything in the air, even a feather, it will just take longer because it's light, but anything drops. So think about the man or the woman who first tapped into this idea of flying people in the air, suspended in the air without that transportation falling down. Imagine the first conversation they had with somebody outside of themselves, even with themselves. So they tapped into this idea, right? How about what could happen if we had this mode of transportation that could fly in the air with people in it and it not drop? Don't you think they thought they're a bit cuckoos, especially if they were brave enough to tell this to somebody else? They were probably labeled to be insane, right? If they were not hospitalized, people started thinking something is wrong. So they believed in this idea. Obviously, they started working towards this idea. And today, guys, we pay thousands of rands to be in the air for amount of time, either to a nearest town or overseas, right? We use airplanes as a mode of transportation today. But the first person to whom this idea came to, or who tapped into this idea, people thought they were crazy. They were crazy. So let's think of an airplane, right? Firstly, it's on the ground. It gets people in, and then what does it do? It gets up out as fast as it can from the airport, and what does it do? It flies high as possible as it can, right? And one thing I've noticed, right? So as you're flying up, things around you, like you can see the buildings around you, but as you're going up, they get smaller and smaller, right? The moment that airplane is above the clouds, if it was raining when you left the airport, the moment you get above the clouds, what do you see? Sun. You don't see the rain anymore. You don't see the buildings anymore. Everything that was holding it down is now up. What did the airplane do? It got out of the airplane of the airport as fast as it could, and it just went up and up and up. Now we know through the laws of science that the higher you go, the thinner the air gets. So what happens when you go higher? You get lightheaded, right? Think about mountain climbers. Hence you get so many deaths on mount the higher the mountain is, because you get lightheaded. There's less air the higher you go. So, back to why I'm telling us all these analogies. What happens? What can you do when you've got power? This airplane, while it's on the ground, it's got so much power. Have you seen that thing land, guys? The power in that engine. You've got the potential, you've got the power in you while you're on the ground. What must you do? You must get out the airport, get as high as you can, as fast as you can. What do I mean by that? You need to believe that you can do the impossible. When that airplane is going up and it's going up for those clouds and it surpasses the clouds, it's doing the impossible. According to gravity, it is doing the impossible. Your talent muscle, it has potential to do the impossible. You want to gain power so that you can do the impossible. God has given each and every one of us something that allows us to do the impossible. It's only impossible because somebody has not done it before. The dreams that you have, the visions you've had, is God telling you what I've placed in you can do great things. You are capable of doing great things. You are capable of shaping the earth, changing what is right now. But people are going to label you crazy. You're going to be lightheaded because remember, the higher you go, the less air there is. So you are going to be lightheaded. You have to be lightheaded, meaning everything that has been resisting you, those buildings, those people telling you it's impossible, you have to get out as quickly as possible and get as high as quickly as possible. Believe you can do the impossible. Not believe, not only believe it, start working towards it. You want to gain power with your talent muscle so that you can do the impossible. God packaged you with impossibilities that we can only see once you do something about that talent muscle. Everybody has a talent muscle that is supposed to change what we thought is impossible. The person who created the airplanes, we thought it's impossible because of the law of gravity. There's a couple of other people who've done the impossible. It's only impossible because we've never seen it. Your gift allows you to do the impossible, but you cannot do the impossible until you have power and influence with your talent muscle. Like that airplane that's resting on the ground and it looks so, like, what can this thing do? With two wheels, how far can this get? You are the same until you gain power with your talent muscle. At rest on the ground, you look normal. You have to get out the airplane, get as high as possible, dream those impossible dreams, but don't only dream it, do something. Invest time into exercising your muscle so that you can do the impossible. You are brought here on earth to show us that impossibilities don't exist. Our God, who the impossibilities do not exist in, package something in you so that we can see that impossibilities do not exist. You need power, you need influence with this talent muscle so that people in your world can see impossibility is nothing. You can do whatever God has placed in your mind, whatever the dreams, the vision you've been thinking about it. Sometimes you dream out the box and you're like, whoo, me? Can I really do that? Yes, 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 you can. What has been placed in you, that talent, that gift, is there to allow you to change your world. Impossible is nothing. Remove the boundaries. The moment you get scared, the moment you're thinking, whoo, I can't do that, you are boxing yourself. You're thinking the sky's the limit. Guys, airplanes go above the clouds. There is no limit. You are created to do the impossible. You are created to break laws of gravity. Airplanes do that. We've seen that it's possible. The talent that has been placed in you has been placed in you so that we in your world can see impossibilities do not exist. You've got power in you, but it's at rest and it doesn't show when you are on the ground. You need to get high as possible. Get lightheaded. Lightheaded means you don't fear anything. You have no limitations. That's when you're getting lighter. When people are like, you've lost it right now. Trust me, when you're soaring above the clouds, the very same people will be praising you. They'll be buying tickets, 1,000 rands tickets, to praise what they said was impossible. We buy tickets right now to be in an airplane in the clouds. The very same people who used to be like, this is not possible. Nothing is impossible. God has given you this talent. He's given you this gift to show that nothing is impossible. Believe in your dream, but don't only end there. Do something. Get out, get high as quickly as possible because you are here to show us that impossible is nothing. Impossibilities do not exist. This is the Muscle Lady here to remind you to exercise your muscle.
Hashtag exercise your muscle.
Thank you for watching this video. I truly, truly value you. Please share the link with your family and friends so that they may also learn how to exercise their muscle. Don't forget, drop us a comment. Let us know what you are experiencing as you're exercising your muscle. And who knows, other mega exercises could learn from you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that you will be notified whenever a new video comes out. Click here for all the previous videos in this series of power. Until next time, this is the Muscle Lady here to remind you to exercise your muscle.